We're on the internet.
Welcome back to Momentum, where we explore our curiosity through AI tools and we navigate the best ways to use ChatGPT and help to improve our lives in any way possible. We come up with new ideas every day. Hopefully you can help us too. And away we go.
Well, should we start with the disclaimer?
Yes. Disclaimer first. And ChatGPT has been wrong before.
You what?
ChatGPT has been wrong before.
True.
The content in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We are not scientists, lawyers, doctors, or experts in any of the fields discussed. The topics we cover, including but not limited to aliens, dinosaurs, biology, space, general science, astrology, archaeology, quantum computing, AI, pop culture, and any other areas of study or whatever we can think of to research, are based on publicly available information, theories, and personal interpretations. Our content should not be taken as fact, scientific evidence, or professional advice. Always do your own research and consult qualified experts when seeking factual or medical information. Enjoy the journey of curiosity and exploration with us. Remember, it's better to burn out than fade away. This disclaimer was also written by ChatGPT.
There we go.
That's good. That ending is epic. All right. Well, one of these days we'll be asking the chat first, hey, give us some good ideas. And they'll be telling us. But since we don't have people in here yet, we'll choose. All right.
You want to start with the yeah, I'm lost already. Starting with
Salt Lake City.
Great Salt Lake. Yeah, my monitor's screwing me up.
Oh, I understand.
Overview location, Northern Utah, USA. Size and characteristics, largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere, with fluctuating water levels. Key dates, formed from ancient Lake Bonneville, about 30,000 years ago. First recorded by European explorers in 1824. Jim Bridger, ADN Provost, played a crucial role in the Mormon migration, 1847 onward. 20th and 21st centuries saw significant ecological and economic concerns due to water diversion and climate change.
So that's really interesting because there's actually a city just east of Salt Lake. It's called Fort Bridger. And that show I was watching on Netflix, it's American Primeval, is all about the Mormons going west, and it's about they're trying to buy Fort Bridger from Jim Bridger, the guy. He was actually like running the town. I don't know I don't think it was actually anything organized. It was just like he was the mayor or anything, but it was like his town, almost like more like a stop though, not even like a town, like a resource stop, like a stagecoach stop. Moving on. It's funny. 1824 is the first time that it's first recorded. So obviously people were there, but
I wonder what Native American tribes were there.
Well, that's coming up. That's in the next section.
All right.
Social, political, and economic context. Indigenous influence. Shoshone, Ute, and Paiute tribes lived around the lake for thousands of years, utilizing its resources for survival. Mormon settlement, 1847. Brigham Young and the LDS Church established Salt Lake City, using the lake for resources, trade, and industry. Economic importance. The lake has been a hub for mineral extraction, salt, magnesium, lithium, and a driver of tourism. Great Salt Air Resort, birdwatching. Environmental concerns, water diversions for agriculture and urban use have led to a shrinking lake, with increased salinity and ecological consequences. Significant.
Ask how much lithium. Is it a big lithium? That's like one of the biggest resources in the world right now.
I'm gonna write that down and I'll circle back.
Because I'd like to see how much lithium is coming from Salt Lake.
Let's keep going on this overview and I'll circle back to
Yeah.
that. I wrote down that question.
Significant outcomes and consequences: immediate settlement and economic exploitation of the region, growth of Salt Lake City and Utah's development, long-term habitat for migratory birds and impact on regional climate. Shrinking lake threatens air quality due to toxic dust storms, increased advocacy for conservation efforts.
Toxic dust storms.
Sounds awful. Sign me up.
It's just a little dust storm. Those are toxic. What?
Uh,
Okay, there's one more section. I'll have it read, then we're gonna be done.
heard.
Computer just made a weird noise.
Hmm.
Yeah, I never plugged it in. I should probably do that.
Notable quotes and historical artifacts: John C. Fremont, explorer, 1843, describes the lake's salty expanse and its unique geography. Artifacts: early maps, indigenous artifacts, and Mormon pioneer records document the lake's significance. Connections to other historical events: Lake Bonneville, the prehistoric lake that covered much of Utah, similar to how the Aral Sea is shrinking due to water diversion. Dust Bowl, 1930s, the environmental degradation of the Great Salt Lake has parallels with the Dust Bowl's impact on agriculture and human settlement.
So water diversion is what's causing the shrinkage more than anything. Huh. I didn't know. I figured it was environmental. It probably still is.
I'm glad you pulled that out because I was busy writing down Mormon Church, Dust Bowl, and toxic dust storms because those are all topics we'll need to get to.
Yeah, no kidding. We knew this before we even started this. We knew every time we would try one thing, we would come up with 3 new ones. I said that from the very beginning.
That is very cool about when we go through these and you get a big summary of something and then it's like it gives you a bunch of little mini topics inside of it. You're like, wait, what was? Remind me
Like
what
that
was.
time we were talking about going to Mars. We're like, oh yeah, we already got it. We just don't know. We haven't told anybody yet. What?
Ion drive compulsion engine or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What? All right. Recommended resources is books. Okay, that's about it. So you wanted to know how do you mean to word that question? How much lithium is mined out of the Great Salt Lake?
Well, I would say what are the biggest? Where the 10 most? I don't know, 10 best places in the United States to get lithium, to mine lithium.
United States or world?
United States. Maybe it's a different kind of lithium. I'm not sure. But I know like lithium either goes into, I think it's batteries. So cell phones and it's like cobalt, same thing.
I guess honestly, I never even thought about. Before I say this disclaimer, I always when I go back and re-listen to these, I'm like, why do I admit some of the stuff I didn't know when we're talking on here? But I don't think of lithium.
I don't think
as something that's like a mineable resource. I think of it as just like a man-made thing. I don't know.
Yeah, not a lot of people do.
So it says the United States hosts several significant lithium mining sites, primarily concentrated in the western states. McDermott Cedars or Calders in Nevada, not Nevada. I was thinking of Nevada, Missouri. I don't know why. So first three are in Nevada. 4, 5, 6, 7. All of the ones that listed are in Nevada. Why did I do that?
So they're all in that area.
It can't all be in Nevada unless there's. Let me put United States. Actually, I put USA on it. I thought it would just.
I thought there was some on the East Coast, like North Carolina. I was thinking there was some there too.
Nevada. Oh, number 8 is Arkansas, and 9 is Nevada, and number 10 is California.
See what the main uses, top 5 uses for lithium are.
So it says this place, McDermott Caldera in Nevada, estimated to contain approximately 21.5 million metric tons of lithium carbonate. It's the largest lithium deposit in the U.S. Thacker Pass, Nevada, indicated 13.7 million tons.
Wow. So, but what is lithium? What's the top 5? What is the top 5 things that lithium goes into? What products? Top 5 products lithium is used for. I was thinking it was batteries, like specialized batteries.
I know it's batteries.
Okay. On your phone, whenever you're pushing the ChatGPT and you ask a question, it starts going doot, doot, doot. And so when you start reading it and it keeps doing the doot, doot, you can know that it's like, it's a long one. It just keeps going. You're like, whoa, this is going to be a good one.
I didn't do that. I don't know. I must have it set like that. I'm going to have this read it.
Lithium is a crucial element used in various industries. Here are the top 5 products that rely on lithium. Lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles, EVs, smartphones, laptops, and renewable energy storage systems. This is the largest and fastest growing use of lithium. Glass and ceramics. Lithium enhances the strength, durability, and thermal resistance of glass and ceramics, making it essential in cookware, ovenware, and high-performance industrial applications. Lubricating greases. Lithium-based greases provide high-temperature stability and water resistance, making them widely used in automotive, aerospace, and industrial machinery. Pharmaceuticals. Lithium compounds, particularly lithium carbonate and lithium citrate, are used to treat mood disorders such as bipolar disorder and depression. Aluminum and steel production. Lithium is used in refining aluminum and in specialty steel production to reduce weight and improve strength.
You know, I always heard when people reference that people take lithium for bipolar, I didn't think it was like actually like the same lithium that we use for batteries. That just doesn't seem like that would jive.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, all those things. And it's like, and pharmaceuticals. Huh?
And you can eat it.
It's like petroleum jelly. I read something about that the other day. Petroleum jelly was like when they were going to do that, they were mining it out. It was the stuff, the lubricant that came out, and they're like, "What do we do with it?" Many people slather all over themselves.
We use it in lithium-ion batteries to power vehicles, and it also tastes great on a cracker. So
It can't be bad, right?
It's kind of sweet tasting. I like it.
It's like antifreeze,
and it explodes. What? It's flammable for sure. Yeah.
Fire.
Don't get it near your skin; you'll die. But eat it. These are those moments when I re-listen to us talking, and I'm like, "Why did you just keep joking about that? You were talking about something that literally everybody understands, but you." When I was like, we were talking about the ion drives. Yeah. Like what? And then we made those in the 90s. 90,000 miles an hour in the 90s. Yeah.
Old news, bud.
Yeah, we've been doing that forever, bro.
Well, I mean, shoot, I was the same. I think most people were. I don't think Jeff had ever heard of it either. What's next? What are we going to circle back to? Toxic dust storms.
Well, we're going to do Hoover Dam, but we've got Mormon Church, Dust Bowls, and toxic dust storms. But we also don't have to do any of those on this.
Kick it. I got that.
I'm going to go back to the giant history prompt that I use and put it in Hoover Dam instead of the Salt Lake.
Yeah. I got a bunch of dog food treats, dehydrating. I'll probably eat half of them.
I remember one time when I was at the babysitter, I was in the sandbox, 2nd grade, and I said I had this big thing and I was building something with the sand. And Shane McMillan said, "What are you building?" And I said, "I'm building a dam." And he was like, you can't say that. It's a cuss word. And I was like, no, like I'm building a dam, like the back of a pond, and I was like making this pond. And then he punched me in the stomach. I was like, I think I was like 4. So I was like, what?
I said you can't say that.
I said it's a bad word, bro.
That's what it's like growing up in Marceline. So what'd you do at lunch break? They dogpiled me. They did. Who? 50 people. Yeah.
Who started though? I can't tell you that.
They chased me around for like 500 yards. They finally caught me.
That's funny.
We're like big, like big babies. We got food and fed, and then we become these psychopaths running around like we're about to pass out before lunch.
I still think I don't know if that's what you meant, but I still think it's amazing that like it's very apparent to me that we're not from this planet, possibly. Like every animal on the planet is born and it's immediately like within a day, it's fine. Like it's good to go. But with humans, it takes us like 5 years before you can even get food to your mouth, maybe, or maybe 3 years, 3 years.
Or you could say everybody else is the alien. All the other animals.
It takes probably 10 years before 10 to 12 years before you can even figure out how to get food. But it takes like 18 years before you don't just accidentally kill yourself all the time.
Maybe that's why we all act like a bunch of ants. That's the only way we survived this whole time.
All right, I'm going to start this.
The Hoover Dam is one of the most significant engineering achievements of the 20th century. Constructed between 1931 and 1936 during the Great Depression, it is located on the Colorado River at the border between Nevada and Arizona. The dam was originally called Boulder Dam, but in 1947, it was officially renamed in honor of President Herbert Hoover, who played a significant role in its development. The project was overseen by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, with the construction contract awarded to a group of companies known as Six Companies, Incorporated. The chief engineer, Frank Crowe, led the massive workforce that built the dam. The site was chosen to control the Colorado River's flow, provide irrigation water, generate hydroelectric power, and support growing populations in the southwestern United States.
So, renaming
it's Herbie Hancock.
Not as big a deal as renaming the Gulf of whatever you want to call it, but I'm still saying it's been done before. So,
yeah.
But nobody would ask you, well, I still call it Boulder Dam. I don't appreciate that.
That's what the locals call it.
So somebody else is in here watching. Who are you? And what are you up to? Put something in the comments if you're here. Put something in the comments.
5 years during the Great Depression. Yeah, let's build the most craziest thing of the 20th century. Sure, let's do it.
I missed that part. I was doing something else. What did it say about that?
It said it took 5 years. It was during the Great Depression. 41. Wait, no, I can't remember what it was. It said it was. I think it was 5 years.
I thought the Depression was over. I remember 1929. I don't know if that's when it started or when it ended. There's like a dog butt in your.
Oh yeah,
it's a dog butt.
I can't smell.
We should start getting some super chats now. There's a naked butt on here. It's furry, but I prefer hardwood floors.
Social, political, and economic context. The Great Depression. The dam was constructed during the depths of the Great Depression, providing thousands of jobs to unemployed workers. It was seen as a symbol of hope and progress. New Deal infrastructure projects. Although planning began before Franklin D. Roosevelt's presidency, the dam became part of his broader New Deal efforts to revive the economy through large-scale public works. Water and power needs. The American Southwest was rapidly growing, and cities like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Phoenix needed reliable water and power sources. Labor and working conditions. Over 21,000 workers labored on the dam under harsh desert conditions, with extreme heat and dangerous work leading to over 100 deaths.
21,000 workers?
100 deaths. That's a pretty good odds of dying. Golly.
Jeff and Amy are listening.
Yeah.
Oh, so 21,000 people isn't a normal like amphitheater or like a giant sports complex usually hold about 10 or like 9 to 12? Isn't that kind of like an average?
No. Like Royal Stadium's like 40.
40,000?
35 to 40. Chiefs is like 40 to 50, I believe. If you go to like Michigan and Ohio State, the college ones, they're like 80 to 100,000.
I don't know about that, but I'm going to look that one up.
I don't trust you.
So how do I ask this? What is the largest capacity stadium?
Yeah, I bet it's either Michigan or Ohio State.
They spell capacity.
CAPACITY.
Yeah, I spelled it right. Do a podcast.
I know that, but we just find all these little rabbit holes. We should call this rabbit holes.
The Rungrado something 1st of May Stadium in North Korea is the world's largest stadium with a capacity of 114,000 people.
Well, do US.
Yeah.
Or just if it shows
Michigan Stadium has a capacity of 107.
Yeah.
Beaver Park.
I didn't know it was over 100 though.
Okay, I was way off. I didn't 10,000. It's like 100,000. For some reason, I'm thinking Kemper Arena was like 10,000, but I feel like Kemper Arena was huge.
But I mean, 100 out of 221,000. That's 1 out of 210 people died.
Okay, still my point was going to be 21,000 people in one area working back then where they couldn't leave. I'm assuming they couldn't leave and go home. They were just like out there. Those are like tents and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder how many of them died just from like getting shot for like gambling or something. 1 out of 210 died. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, back then you could just kill somebody for like cheating at poker, though, and they're like, "Well, you cheated." So,
yeah, I think you're yellow.
Well, he actually looked at my girlfriend, so we killed him.
It's kind of weird. You're in a Great Depression. I understand it gives you jobs and stuff, but like, it's only 21,000, and it was such a. They're not good jobs. God. We'll give you some jobs, but everybody's dying. But they're jobs.
Yeah, we'll go work out in the desert as a laborer, and
could we have just built some statues? It'd have been a little better, right? I know that it gave like commerce and stuff to Vegas and everything, but
it's also interesting to know that even at that time, that some of those really large cities out there still didn't have access to like the resources they need to function properly, like LA and Vegas and whatever else you want to come up with out there. It's interesting that they were still like, well, we need to figure out how to get, these water resources or whatever.
I think it feeds Arizona too, even down there, a lot of their energy.
All right, next section.
Heard.
Significant outcomes and consequences. Immediate effects. 1930s, 1940s, the creation of Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the U.S., which provides water for millions of people. Massive hydroelectric power generation, benefiting California, Arizona, and Nevada. Helped regulate the Colorado River, preventing catastrophic flooding and improving irrigation for agriculture. Long-term impact. 1950s present. The economic development of the Southwest, enabling the growth of cities like Las Vegas and Phoenix. The dam became a tourist attraction, drawing millions of visitors annually. Environmental impacts, including reduced water flow downstream and habitat changes, continue to be a point of discussion. Continual drought and climate change challenges have reduced water levels at Lake Mead, raising concerns about water security.
Quick one. One time I went to I'd never done one of those Omni theaters where it's like all over the, like all over the ceiling and it's like in circle around you and stuff. It was awesome, but it was over over the Colorado River and Lake Mead, and you went canoeing kayaking down the Colorado River. It was better than most rides at the Solar City. I mean, it was cool. That's one of those things I would do a ton if I lived up in St. Louis. Have you ever done one of those?
No,
It was cool.
I'm unfamiliar. Sounds cool. I'm still a little upset about how far off I was on how big stadiums are. So
That's why we're doing this.
I know now. I know. Now I know. Next time somebody asks me when I'm out having a beer and somebody makes a comment, I'll be like, actually.
Have you ever been to North Korea? Biggest stadium.
Nobody has.
Biggest stadiums in North Korea.
You go there, it's kind of it. So.
Oh, is it? Well, what was it? South Korea or North Korea?
That's what.
What was it again? Was it South Korea or did you say Korea?
I thought it said North Korea. I could be. I closed that tab.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful on here when we're talking about this stuff. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know what you say, and you're like, "Oh, we were just kidding." Well, you said the word "kill," so.
But you said it.
Yeah, I don't want to kill anybody. I was just saying people got killed. Yeah, but you said kill. You said bomb.
I watched Palmer.
Artifacts. President Franklin D. Roosevelt at the dedication ceremony, 1935. This is an engineering victory of the first order, another great achievement of American resourcefulness, skill, and determination, the commemorative plaque at the dam honors the workers who died during construction. Original construction blueprints and artifacts are displayed at the Hoover Dam Visitor Center. Connections to other historical events. Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, another New Deal era project aimed at controlling water, providing electricity, and boosting economic development. Panama Canal, 1904 to 1914, similar in scale and ambition, involving large-scale engineering and international impact. Three Gorges Dam, China, 1994 to 2012, another hydroelectric dam with massive environmental and economic implications.
Why did it bring up the Panama Canal? Because it just says similar in scale and ambition involving
it's just big achievements.
But it's connections and other historical events. Like, what's the point? It's another historical event, but it doesn't.
Yeah, they're just trying to show it off like it was a big deal.
Yeah, show off.
I mean, not that it wasn't.
Look, we're not acknowledging that the Panama Canal wasn't great, but is it really?
Have you seen it? Have you watched National Lampoon's Vacation?
I actually have been to Hoover Dam. I'm assuming you're talking about Hoover Dam and not Panama Canal.
Yeah.
We're going to
Chevy Chase scaled it.
Right. Yeah. Didn't he fall down it or something?
Yeah, I think he used his nails and he kind of caught at the very last second.
Can you actually vacation at the Panama? Can you go to the Panama Canal and just look at it? Is it like a tourist thing, or is it like? I mean, like seriously.
Well, when we were looking at it, it was pretty cool because there's mountains like right there, so there's some awesome scenery.
Yeah, I kind of want to go check it out.
Look at how many people died during the Panama Canal. I think it was a lot. It was like 1,000, wasn't it?
It was like
we looked it up. It was a lot.
3 to 6. We did look that up last week, but I'll look it up again.
Might as well look it up just for.
Well, and this is actually interesting because
it parallels. I mean, it's good to know the difference between the two.
That's not what I was going to say, but
there's a lot more people that died probably from malaria, mosquitoes, and.
Well, what I was going to say is, I mean, was it the French that worked on the Panama Canal first?
Yeah.
I wonder if they count that. Oh no, it's in here. Yeah.
Yeah, and they usually sing.
So French construction, 22,000 workers died, and American construction, 5,600 workers died.
What was the years?
1881 to 1894 for the French, and 1904 to 1914 for American.
That's what I said. I remember when we did it, we figured out how to keep the bugs off us that we didn't get sick. Everybody was dying of like some diseases from some insect or something.
So 27,600 people died to build the panel.
No wonder they gave it up. They're like, yeah, you could take it, America. We don't want to do it no more.
It's cursed.
They said the French did the Suez Canal first, and that's why they got the job, and they thought it'd be easy, and it wasn't.
That's an interesting concept. So, like, I'm sure that's a thing that they put out for like bid, or like bid on a job.
You're
So
the only one that's done it.
Well, they came in with the cheapest bid, so we gave it to them or whoever. And I'm not even speaking on that specifically, but any kind of project of that size, it has to do. Somebody bids on it and gets it based on they're the lowest bid or the best person. And I've found in business so much people only go by price. They're like, well, this person was 2 cents cheaper per unit than you, or even it's not that much. It's like saving them $15.
Believe me, mowing yards, it's like the first time people haggle ever. The only time they haggle, they're like, yeah, I don't know. Kid down the street will do it for 30. I'm like, cool, later. You don't want to do it for 30? No. Kid down the street have insurance. If he gets hurt, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Well, I go, you think he's gonna be consistent? If he gets in Saturday detention, he's gonna make it there that week, or he runs out of gas and he has to go get it. It's half mo.
And after they said that, I would tell them that I cancel you. I'm firing you. You're canceled. No, I take it back. We still want you to be our person. No, you're canceled.
People think it's the same. They're going to get the same product at a lower price, but they don't realize that different people are going to give you a different product. It's not like you're buying toothpaste.
I still can't believe that many people died in the Panama Canal construction. That's insane. That's a lot.
Yeah, altogether, that's like 28,000, 29,000.
So I did that. I did a journal page that one day, and I wrote down all the major wars and how many people died in each war, which was really interesting, which just gave me an idea of another whole series of topics we need to do, which is the Crusades, because it's the longest war in our history, I believe. Yep. But it would be interesting to look at wars and compare them to large events like this, and compare them to war and see how many people. But many lives were lost in an event like this versus a war.
It's kind of crazy to think that it's not going to be that big a difference when it comes to that first number.
That's what I mean. There's that many people that died in this. That's almost probably comparable to some of the probably not the big wars, obviously, but like some of the smaller things that happened where there was
the Spanish-Mexican War or the Mexican-American War or the French.
Do you remember how many years the Crusades were?
It was I don't know. I remember it being so long. It was like the most people died from any wars was Crusades, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, wasn't it?
I'll have to research that before I speak it wrong, but I believe it was around 195 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, just
you
so
think we'd touch on that a little bit more, honestly, 195-year war.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but during World War II, yeah, but 195-year war.
If you go back 195 years from right now, it'd be 1830. So that would have been like a war going on from 1830, and it's still going on now.
It's like 5 or 6 generations they're so used to it. They're just like, yeah. Well.
Yeah, but how long was a generation back then? Because the life expectancy was way less. Probably more generations, right?
Okay, 20 generations.
People only live 10 years or 15 years. Get married when you're
30,
12,
35,
18, you die.
We have it so hard now, though, Jason. People make me feel stuff that I don't like. And
people are mean, and I don't appreciate it.
I don't like feeling stuff like that.
So. Yeah. Well, work is hard. You're getting closer every time. Boo. All right. So let's say we got less than 10 minutes left.
Heard.
What topic do you want to go with?
I don't know. I can't remember now.
I've got New Deal, toxic dust storms, Dust Bowl, and Mormon Church. Mormon Church is too big. That's got to be next time.
Toxic dust storms and Dust Bowl. It'll lead probably to the Kansas Dust Bowl.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me, by the way, I didn't have the Chat GPT up the whole time we were talking?
Because you were in a new place. I didn't know. I thought it wasn't possible or something.
Well, it is. I'm in a different spot here, so it's harder to
I know.
operate this stuff.
I would have normally.
Like now, I don't even know where my pointer is. There we go. Yeah. Jeez. Toxic dust storm. I'm actually really curious to hear this.
I know.
Here we go.
A toxic dust storm is a severe weather event where strong winds lift and carry hazardous dust particles into the air, posing significant health and environmental risks. These storms can contain toxic chemicals, heavy metals, biological contaminants, or radioactive materials, making them more dangerous than regular dust storms. Causes of toxic dust storms: industrial pollution, mining, chemical spills, and waste dumps can release toxic particles into the soil, which are then carried by the wind. Desertification and drought. Dry, degraded lands with contaminated soil contribute to toxic dust storms. Agricultural practices, overgrazing and deforestation can expose polluted soil, allowing toxic dust to spread. Nuclear or chemical disasters. Events like Chernobyl, 1986, or Soviet-era nuclear tests have caused radioactive dust storms.
I guess because all the nuclear weapon tests they did back then. No, they're talking. Well,
I still feel like the industrial pollution is the only thing that would really make sense, because all the other stuff is just like random dust bowl
that's
stuff.
true.
Like a desert, like dry land. That's just, I feel like that would just be regular dust, not toxic dust. But
Right.
dust from the industrial pollution, mining, or like chemical spills. It's still the way that read earlier though was like, yeah, I mean, it's a toxic dust storm. It's pretty standard out here. Made it sound like it's normal, but
Right.
reading this, it only seems like it's going to happen when there's like a spill of some sort, or like
there's times what we need to do is have like Perplexity and do it side by side to see if it says the same thing. Whenever it seems kind of like, you know what I mean? Just to see if they both say it.
I wish there was a way for you to do.
Time.
I wish there was a way for you to do Perplexity or Gemini, and for me to do ChatGPT, and we could have them both up there somehow. Probably is.
We just need to mess with that next time outside of here.
Do you want to go into the health risks of a toxic dust storm? I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, don't do it. Wear a mask. The whole time you should wear a mask.
Don't breathe or don't be in it. It's bad for you if you breathe it. Yeah. Thank you. It's funny.
So is that, you got to end it?
Yeah, let's end it there. This is a struggle for me. If anybody's watching this, I don't have my mouse with me, and it's really a workout. My arm's kind of getting sore holding it up like this. I don't appreciate it.
Your little mouse. Oh.
Actually, I'm not. My arm isn't sore, but it is kind of annoying. But
right on.
All right, let's shut this.
Well, thanks for watching this, friends.
Yeah,
if you're watching this back, we'll be live next week again.
It'll last longer next time. I'm sure you've heard that before. Ending.